So this message is to the partner. You are probably the most important single factor in the mother's recovery, and that cannot be underestimated. You have to realize that you are an important player here. You're part of the team, and if you are not involved in a positive way to help the mother, she will not recover as quickly as possible. So your support is really, really important.
We made no preparation for actual emotional support.
It was difficult to realize that I didn't know as much about it as I should have, which was, or that I felt I should have. I should have thought I should have done more reading and been aware of it. But
I think where it became more real is when I heard Aaron say more than once that, postpartum depression is not just something that's in your head. It needs to be dealt with in two ways. One is with medical treatment, and the other is with structured emotional support.
You actually find out that the person who has postpartum depression doesn't know what's best for them. And when that's an absolute switch from the nature of your relationship, it takes a long time. It took me a long time to clue into that.
The mother herself may not recognize that she is having a problem because she's so depressed. She may not really be able to come out of that and see herself in a different light.
He knows that I need to talk about things, and I think he was grateful that I was getting support with people who knew how to draw my feelings out of me.
At that point, I got it. I really got it. It was the priority in our lives. Other things got set aside.
I remember specifically one Christmas where I was looking at a picture, and I said, it was of me, and I said to my husband, where is that woman? Where is that woman that's in that picture? And he gave me a huge hug. And he said to me, she's there, she's inside, and she's trying to get better.
He's like, you are a good mom. I understand that it's hard, but you are a very, very good mom. And that was the most supportive thing he could have said to me at that point, because I really felt like I was not doing a good job by my children.
The role of the partner is very important here because the mother may not want to get help, but the partner may realize that there is something wrong.
If you think something's wrong, something might very well be wrong. Watch your partner's moods.
if you feel that something's out of whack, start off talking to your partner. And if you aren't getting anywhere, talk to a doctor, talk to someone in public health as the partner, and realize that that's not a betrayal.
Trust that you know them. Maybe it's not just sleeplessness that's making them cry a lot.
What the therapist was doing was driving conversations in our home. And I picked up on that pretty quickly. I remember one time Nick came back from therapy and was like, I had plans or something else. And she was like, well, I need to ask you this. And I kind of, and this is the adjustment I had to make. Because I was like, well, I kind of had some stuff I need to do. And it was like, no. Everything else.
I find that very helpful when the dad comes in on the well baby visits, for the baby checkup visits. It's a good sign. It means the father's there to be supportive. And we can, in that moment, I can usually, in my office, I can usually find out if there are issues going on or problems going on with the mom from the dad's concerns, and also about the dad himself, whether he's having some problems.
What I remember from that period was that I was torn in a lot of different directions. So with work, being busy, and then trying to help with the baby and getting up in the middle of the night and just being torn in a lot of different directions. So I was just trying to do all things for everybody, and it was difficult.
I went through a whole period of being incredibly frustrated with her because she couldn't solve this problem. And you solve all your problems and most of our problems.
There's a lot of pressure on a new dad that you don't necessarily know about. And part of it is it's not about me. I want it to all be about her. But when you sit by yourself and it's like, is there anybody that's going to pay attention to how I'm doing?
Fathers have to be aware that they too can become depressed. The partner has to be sure to look after him or herself in whatever way they can. Seeing the doctor, making sure that whatever their concerns are being addressed, and taking care of themselves, making sure their health is good, because they if they're going to be in a good supportive role here, this is a real team effort. They've got to be healthy and look after themselves.
For me, the outlet is sports or going out with my friends for a drink or doing something like not related to family or where we don't talk about kids. You know, that I think the self-care is crucial, so that you're better balanced when you have it outlet where you feel like you're in a good place, you feel good about yourself, you feel good about your situation. Then you're going to be a better partner, a better parent.
Being supportive means many different things. A lot of the time being supportive is just not saying anything, just listening.
Fathers are often fixers. Fathers want to fix things, and it makes them frustrated when they can't fix this.
Accepting that for me and being like, I can't just make this better, and I actually need to just stop talking and listen, and she needs to be heard and actually act on it in a way that is comfortable for her. That took months. That took months to get that.
I think we both realized that we need to take time with each other, just alone together, just to be a couple, but we also needed to do more co-parenting.
My advice for partners is just to keep on believing and trusting that your spouse is going to get better again. They do not want to be this way, and it's not their fault that they're this way.
Think about what your spouse has gone through, or the person who carried the child for you, and all the sacrifices they made, and be prepared to do that and more. That's, in my mind, your obligation, and B, may be required of you.
We've become stronger as a couple, I think, because of that experience. It's a horrible experience to go through as a couple.
The partner has a crucial role to play in supporting the mother through this. I've had experience with clients of mine families where the partner has been very supportive, and that has made a very big difference to the mother's recovery long term.
There'll still be a day once in a while when Nick might say, I'm feeling off, I'm feeling down. And right away, you know what that means, and you know what that may require in the day, and it just means, you know what, this was the plan today, but I'll do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do this.
It made us a stronger team.